Alright guys, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video on my channel. So there is a couple of new things we are going to announce now. The pre-download has already begun, right? So on my time zone I was able to download the game about 5 hours ago, right? So we're still not able to play, right? We're still going to have to wait a couple of more hours to be able to play. However, the game download has officially begun. And the good thing now is we already have a few more news. So let's actually jump right into these, right? So we have this. Let me quickly return here. So we do have patch notes. Version 1.1.0 patch notes are now available, right? The patch notes are outlining all fixes and all updates from the network tests, right? So in case you didn't know, we have had this, right? So these are the network test hero pick rate rankings, based on which characters were picked mostly during the 2 beta phases. They basically created this sort of ranking, right? So I think it comes to no surprise that most people actually chose Super Saiyan Goku, right? Obviously, he's the main antagonist of the series, right? Baby is actually very interesting that 10% actually chose Baby over, like, say, for example, Super Saiyan Vegeta, which is crazy. I mean, predominantly because you never have a playable Baby version in any game, really, right? Super Saiyan Trunks on 3rd and so forth, right? So these are the ratings, and based on these ratings, they did some adjustments, right? Which are actually very interesting. So let's actually quickly take a look at these, right? So here you are, version 1.1.0 patch notes now available, right? Now the last countdown towards the launch date, which is today, right? The balance changes have 2 major objectives, as they write: to balance outlier heroes and to tweak game functions with unintended behaviors, right? So this one is going to be interesting. We're going to read through these in a second, right? So they're basically including the hero pick rates and win rates that they've posted on their SNS accounts. They have taken into account numerous other key performance indicators. What these are, well, we'll see. They include but are not limited to general hero performance in specific ranks, to individual hero numerics. Okay, not to mention how we plan ahead in tandem with future hero characters to be released. So this one's obviously an indication that we're going to get future characters. Obviously, it's not making any sense if they don't do that. Okay, so let's actually jump into these. So buffs. We have the first buff here, actually, Gohan Kid, right? So if we're going to take a look at this one here, Gohan Kid is on spot number 13 up until now. Only 3.5% of players actually chose Gohan Kid. So now we have a few adjustments. The base HP has been adjusted to increase more easily during the match outset. Alright, okay. Passive friendship boosts. During friendship boost, all attack up effect to ally heroes increases from 300 to 400. Okay, so you have 100%, or is that 100 points increase in friendship boost attack up. So this is going to be interesting. We're gonna have to see how this actually translates when the game actually launches, right? Rush attack during exploding rage. Rush attack damage 100 times 6 goes up to 140 times 6. All right, so this is gonna be nice. It's gonna be doing more rush attack damage. Masenko is skill radius level 1.5 is going up to 1.75, and the level 2 radius is going up to 2 meters, right? So you're gonna have more range on your skill number 2. And skill number 3, which is leave this to me, energy defense down to enemies within barrier increases from 600 to 800. Ah, okay, so it's a debuffing kind of attack. Energy defense down effect to enemies within the barrier adjusted to persist for 2 seconds after exiting. So previously you didn't have these, the persistent effect after exiting, right? So as soon as they exited, they actually just lost the debuff, right? So this is going to be very nice. And last but not least, we have the super attack exploding rage, cooldown length from 56 to 70 seconds. Okay, so the increased cooldown has been set. So they cannot only buff a character, they did some kind of adjustments here, fairness, right? Strike attack up, effect to ally heroes increased 300 to 500. Okay. This is very nice. So he's actually him being on the team ups strike attack of your allies significantly, right? And also to ally heroes shortened from 10 to 8 seconds. Okay, they upped the damage increase, however shortened the time it's going to be effective. And the strike defense is going to up as well. So all in all, Gohan is not looking too bad, to be honest, right? Definitely a supporting kind of character, more or less, right? Not really the main damage dealing type unit. However, definitely pretty cool from what I'm reading here. So next up is Dabura, actually. So let's take a look. Dabura was at place number 12. Yeah, 4.2% actually chose Dabura only. All right, so his base HP has been adjusted. Okay, sure. Skill 1 Doomsday, damage decreased 900 plus 452. Okay, 1000 plus 500. Interesting. So they actually decreased his damage output. So previously we've had this, and now we're running with what, 810 plus 360, 900 plus 400, 1080 plus 480. That is actually a very significant decrease to the damage output he does with his skill 1. So this is interesting now. He's supposed to get a buff, right? I was actually hoping he's doing more damage. But I mean, Dabura was already as good as it gets. The petrification gauge is increased, the gain, right, to 94, which is going to be interesting. And the super attack evil blast has also been, the gauge gain has been increased from 40 to 50. Okay, so all in all, Dabura, nothing really too spectacular. Piccolo is also on this list. Piccolo has been spot number 15, bro. Only 3.2%. That is a violation towards Piccolo, not gonna lie. Light grenade has an increased range. All right, okay, so 12, 18, 30 meters. Okay, so it's attacking in 3 phases, obviously. The energy blast speed decreased 37, 70. Okay, now we're on 30, 45, 75 milliseconds. Okay. Energy blast damage to all levels unified. Okay, it's going to be to 2500. Not these anymore. Okay, sure. Skill level 2, super explosion damage decreased. That's a huge decrease. 100 phase 1 and almost 200 on phase 2. Oh, that is a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. Distance at which damage increases per skill level adjusted. So okay, interesting. So they upped this one. This is actually good. So this is Piccolo. I mean, I'm kind of daunted with this one here. I feel like the blast radius increase was a good move, but the decrease in damage here is actually, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. We're gonna have to see how that actually becomes playable. So now we have 2 more, Frieza and Bojack. So Frieza is actually spot number 14th. So these are all below top 10 actually. So no wonder they actually received some buffs, right? Considering they haven't been very liked very much in the beta phases, right? So they're actually upping these. So Frieza's first form, base HP obviously, and cooldown. His cooldown is shortened, that is nice. And that's it for Frieza. And as for Bojack, obviously his base HP attack again. When transformed, his attacks go up by 130 instead of 125. I feel like they should have made this to 140, right? I mean, a 15-point increase would have been nice. A 5-point increase. I'm not really too sure if this is going to be as noticeable as you would wish to, right? Let's carry on. We do have his passive galactic assassin. Subordinates will now appear in fixed order. Okay, previously this was random. So now this is going to be fixed. That is nice. Stack-based scaling of enhanced follow-up attacks removed for consistency. Okay. Stack-based scaling of enhanced follow-up attacks removed for consistency. Yeah, okay. We're gonna have to see this in action. I'm not really too sure how I feel about this. I do like the fact though that his super attack actually has a shortened cooldown, which is gonna be nice. 10 seconds, 10 seconds less is gonna be a difference, definitely. Okay, sure. The nerfs are coming in a second. Cauliflower has been buffed as well. She is on spot number 6, actually, 6.8%. So she's actually pretty decent. So her attacks go up. Also to 130 instead of 140 from 125. So a 5-point increase again. So now we're going to go for the nerfs. I'm not going to be going as detailed through this, but I definitely want to take a look at Baby, because Baby is spot number 2. 10% actually choose Baby, which is crazy considering, right? So crazy as it is, Baby is getting a nerf. Is movement speed during activation decreased to 75%? That is crazy. That is a lot. Yeah, that is a lot. That is a debuff, definitely. That is a nerf. 25% loss here is a lot. I'm not too sure if they're talking about percentages here, if this is a mistake, or if this is supposed to be points. Because that is, if that's 75%, you're pretty much not gonna have any it feels like no movement speed at all from the activation. But anyways, we're gonna see this in action again. Damage decreased, initial shockwave 250 to 450 aftershock, and now it's going down 50 each. Okay, sure. Cooldown is lengthened to 18 seconds, 3 seconds more. Self HP recovery, that was a good thing about Baby. He actually recovers HP in comparison to other characters a lot more, right? So since it's an artificial life form, right? It's going down to 0.75. Possession during time shortened, 8 to 6 seconds. Steal life effect is going down to 25%. Again here, not sure if this is 25 points or 25% actually, right? And then we have super attack revenge blast. The damage here is also going to be decreased. As you can see, a lot of damage is getting lost. Recovered HP for each hero hit unified is going down as well to 20%. Okay. Sure. Android 18 was on spot number 4. She is there as well. Zamasu is getting a debuff, Zamasu is on spot number 11. I haven't played Zamasu. I don't really know how good he was or not. 18 is there. Majin Buu is there. Even though he is the least favorite characters of all. Interesting that they're actually debuffing him. But they're nerfing him, but then again, it's only the skill number 3. Okay. This one is hitting me kind of hard. I was actually a cooler main on Sparking Zero. I was a cooler main, and now they're nerfing cooler right off the get-go, right? His HP increases a relatively significant amount, right? His attacks go up to 130. However, the cooldown is lengthened to 70. And the damage upon explosion is decreased to 1,500. Okay, so he isn't too bad now, right? They didn't nerf him too bad in comparison, right? So this is actually still good, and I'm still going to be starting off probably with Cool or something, but we'll see. Krillin is there. Krillin, bro, even Krillin made it to the top, in the top 10. Like Piccolo, what happened? Even Piccolo didn't make it. Yeah, okay, we're not going to take a look at this. There is a few more adjustments. Okay, Goku, damage increased, cooldown is lengthened. Super Vegeta, also cooldown lengthened, damage increased. Super Oop has HP adjusted to increase more easily during the match end game. So that's that. A battle system, Nappa Rush attack damage boost effect, buff up on KO increase to 20 to 30. These are all the ones you see on the map, right? So if you're familiar to LoL or like Pokemon Unite, I will be making extensive guides on all of this once the game is up, right? So I can show you literally what is what and what I mean, right? But these are like a few things. I don't think we need to go through these as of now. But yeah, that's all there is to know about the current buffs and debuffs. So as it stands, I'm still gonna roll with Cooler. Cooler is still gonna be one of the very good, if not one of the best characters to be playing, right? Obviously, Goku is still broken. Baby, the good thing about Baby is, again, the life recovery and lifesteal and so forth. So Baby is going to be a very tough, self-sustaining character, right? He has good ranged attacks as well. So we're going to see him in action as well. And I feel like Gohan is going to be, if you're playing a 4v4, having a Kid Gohan on the team for a strike team is going to be very nice. He's going to be an ultimate support for such a team. But yeah, that's it for now. Only a couple of more hours left, I hope, anyways, until we're going to be able to play the game. So do stick around. Let me know down below in the comment sections what you think about it. As always, thanks for tuning in. Take care of yourselves. Until next time.